at all. When did I begin ever writing? Well, I mean, quite young, really. I was probably 11. I mean, the first thing I ever wrote, I told the story before, but I'll tell it again. I went to see The Wizard of Oz and liked it. And when I went home, I wrote a story originally called Over the Rainbow. But it was a story not about Oz or anything. It was a story about a boy like myself, living in Bombay like myself, walking down the sidewalk and finding not the end of the rainbow, but the beginning of the rainbow. And the rainbow dropped loosely instead. So he goes over the rainbow. And as he goes over the rainbow, he meets all kinds of bizarre creatures. The only bizarre creature I can remember is a talking pianola. He meets a talking pianola at one point. The rest of it I've forgotten. When I finished the story, I showed it to my father. He gave it to his secretary to type, and I guess it was like 5 pages of typing. And then, for some bizarre reason, he decided the story belonged to him. I guess he thought I wouldn't look after it. I was still a boy. But he never, ever gave it back to me. Even when I was growing up and had actually started to be a professional writer, I would say, you know that story that your secretary typed out that you said you would look after me? Well, could I have it? And he would say, yes, I'll bring it home tomorrow. And he never did. And when he died, we searched his papers up and down, and it wasn't there. So he lost it. He lost it. He said he was going to take care of it, and he lost it. This is how unreliable parents are. Anyway, that's what I said. My parents used to say, I mean, I don't remember saying it myself, but when I was a kid, I used to say I wanted to be a writer when I grew up. And I think, if you're 11, you have no idea what you're saying when you say that, because you don't know what it actually is to be a writer. But I think what I meant by it is that I love reading. And I was a big reader, and I guess I wanted to be part of that world. I mean, most writers, in my experience, are big readers. The one exception to this, self-confessed exception to this, is P.S. Naipaul. I was actually at the Literary Festival in England when Naipaul was being interviewed, actually by Bill Buford, to whom this book is dedicated. And Bill asked him about what books he liked to read and what writers he was affected by, etc. And Naipaul puts his nose in the air. It's the usual place of residence. And said, I'm not a reader, I'm a writer. But with the exception of him, most writers, I think, do start out as people who love to read books.